Delighted to be joined by Dillian Whyte. We're here at the press conference for Richard Riakporhe's big fight this weekend. What do you make of the card this weekend on Sky?
That's a nice, good stacked card, local boys. Obviously a lot of guys I know and grew up around in boxing, in the gyms. And it's nice to see, you know what I mean? Sky and Boxer bringing on local, homegrown guys locally, Wembley doing O2s and local shows, which is good. I think the main event is going to be a real barnstormer, you know. A lot of, not being funny about anyone. Richard, I know Richard was a power, Duma, I know him well as well. Not a lot of guys wanted to fight the Ghost. So we must commend Richard Riakporhe for taking this fight. Very, very hard fight. When you fight a southpaw, it's always a hard night. And I think, you know, it's gonna be interesting, the styles and how both guys make adjustments to get the win. Obviously, Richard's the big power puncher, likes to keep it long, got good movement, very, very strong. Duma's called the Ghost for a reason. He don't get hit that much, slips, likes to throw his straight left down the pipe. I watched him, funny enough, about 3 weeks ago at the Perth Elite Boxing. You know, I'm one for getting into the amateur shows and the low shows and the big shows. So, but he boxed the guy who, the guy that boxed Vidal Riley, and he boxed his head off, and that guy was tough. You know what I mean? So I got a feeling that Richard's in for a tough ride, and you know, make the best man win, man. It's going to be a great fight, though, I think.
You know Richard really well because he was up training with Mark Tibbs and Dillian in Loughborough for a while.
We used to manage Rich, coach.
Do you think he's got the potential to be a world champion?
All of these boys, I feel, you know, because obviously we're talking about the fight, because it's not a foregone conclusion that he wins. You know, as much as I'd like him to win, you know, or whatnot, it's still not a foregone conclusion. He has the potential. He has the look of a star quality. You know, he's in tremendous shape, trains well, lives the life. You know, but there's a few steps to go. You know, you got Lawrence Okoli there, you got Bradus. Those are real hard fights. He's got a hard fight Saturday. We can't really talk about that step just yet because he needs to win this. Maybe win. He hasn't won a European yet, has he?
Not yet.
Yeah, he's got to win a European. There's a few more steps for him to go. One of the first fights I seen, he boxed a bit cagey. The fight the other day was a little bit better. You know, there's slight improvements. There must be more improvements for him to beat the Ghost on Saturday night, but he's got the punching power which gets him out of jams. And like I said, we've done a lot of Richard's career throughout. You know, the Sam Hyde, all the other fights he was on Matchroom. So, you know, I know Richard very well, but look, I wish him all the best, man. I wish all the guys all the best because it's a great show with guys around that deserve their shots that maybe weren't getting their shots on the likes of Matchroom as much as they wanted to. So, you know, credit to these boys, but big chance tonight to make a statement in the cruiserweight division.
We're less than 50 metres away from Wembley Stadium, less than a month to go now until your brother takes on Tyson Fury. How are you feeling about it? We've got a little while to go, but are you already building that excitement?
Do you know what? I think probably as it gets closer, it will more settle in and I'll get there. But it's a good fight. It's a fight that, you know, we're confident, you know, because we know what Dillian is. He wears his heart on his sleeve and he's a man that is a real, you know, monster when he wants to, sets his stall out, you know what I mean? He'll take a shot, give shots, and you know what I mean? So you're going to have to be tough, smart. Yes, my boy, when you say it, come on. Yeah, you got to be tough, smart to beat the likes of, you know, the Fury there. But I feel like them 3 fights he had with Deontay Wilder's probably taken a few miles off the clock. That's what I think. We're going to see if, you know, it proved me wrong, but hell of a talent, hell of a skillful boxer. If he chooses to box and move, it's going to be a very hard night. But I was in Las Vegas with Sugar Hill and their crunk style. He said, listen, that old Fury is not here anymore. Our style is coming forward, looking for the knockout. So I think that suits Dillian down to the absolute T if he comes and wants to have a trade up. I doubt he'll do that, but, you know, I think it will be a good match of styles, but we're quietly confident. Dillian's training. He hasn't got any of the obligations of having to do all this media stuff and, you know, as they wanted it. So yeah, he's just cracking on, man.
How is he? Because he has remained quiet. Do you think he will remain quiet now until fight week? He's
definitely not quiet, man. He's talking somewhere else where you lot can't hear him. He's very vocal, and all the boys, you know, he is very loud and vocal. You know what I mean? This morning he was getting some mad jokes. He got a group. He's off his box, but yeah, he's good. He's definitely in good spirits. I'm actually going out there on Sunday after the show. for a week and just catch up, get into the camp and just see what they're doing. I want to have a look to make sure I feel like, these are stuff I would think, because I coach, I've got an eye for boxing, so I want to know, they're doing the right things, and I feel like that what he might need to do to, get the better of Tyson Fury.
Do you feel like we'll hear from him before fight week, or is he going to remain calm and keep himself to himself?
Yeah, I think, right now, I think he just said, look, I'm going to get my head down and just crack on. It could change, you never know, but I think he's going to get his head down, and then fight week approaches, then he might, do what he needs to do. But most of the talking is going to be done in the ring, and I think we're going to see a big, strong, explosive Dillian getting busy.
What do you think happens on that fight night? As you say, we're not quite sure what performance or what method that Tyson's going to use to try and get victory, but Dillian, he's building in confidence, isn't he? He's taking on some of the best in the sport.
Dillian's always confident, you know what I mean? And I think the fight's a big fight. It's a great fight for the UK, that we've got so many heavyweights at the top of the pinnacle of the sport. They said it's one of the biggest purses in history over here. So all of that said, I feel like, look, Dillian's just got to go out. There's winning in life. He's winning in whatever he's done, from, especially where we come from. I feel like, he's a force, and I think that force needs to be shown in that ring. A lot of the guys, Tyson Fury, I don't think they've come with that sheer brute force and will. They keep comparing Chisora to Dillian. They don't fight nothing the same. Chisora, me and him get on really well. Good guy. Oh, now we get on well. But their fighting styles isn't the same. And Dillian is very, very, high level boxer, boxer. So, it's going to be interesting. He's going to have to do all of it on the night. Not too much boxing, but you're going to have to be smart and position yourself to get the victory. But we're going to see. We've got some work to do. But one thing we know, when he does hit Tyson Fury, he's going to stay tangled, mate.